Have you been considering a dermal infusion treatment, but maybe you have just a couple more questions that you need answers to before you pull the trigger? Well, if that's the case, then you're in the right place, and I'm gonna invite you to stick around for my video today, because I am showing you the start, the finish, and those results of my dermal infusion treatment that I had done a few weeks ago. If this interests you and you wanna know more, then go ahead and keep watching. It's coming your way right now. Well, hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here for a bit, if you are new, I am super glad that you are here today. My name is Lauren, and my channel is all about making beauty easy for the girl who thinks that she can't. My hope today is that you will consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you can get alerts every single time I upload new videos, which is every single Friday. I'm also gonna ask that if you wouldn't mind, you would go ahead and give my video a giant thumbs up, because it seriously helps me out so much, and it lets me know that you are amped to learn about dermal infusion, which is exactly what we are talking about in today's video. I had this treatment done about 3 weeks ago, and it was really purposeful for me at the time, because if you've been following my channel for a while, then you know that I have been undergoing a series of microneedling treatments, and with the last video that I shared with you guys, we were on session 5, and I had one more to go. When Linda and I were talking about scheduling that 6th session and just kind of marveling at all the results that I've had over the 5, she goes, you know what, I really want to maximize the amount of results that you get on that 6th session, so what I would love to do is have you come in the day before for what's called a dermal infusion. And I was like, sounds great. What is it? And basically, dermal infusion is just a fancy term for, girl, you going into the med spa and getting your pores cleaned out. And that is exactly what I did, and we decided to film that for you guys. So hopefully this procedure, well, it's not a procedure, this treatment will give you guys the answers to any questions that you have, or if you had reservations about getting a dermal infusion, or you were just kind of thinking about wanting to do it and not sure what it was. I hope that this answers every bit of your questions, and if not, you can always connect with me down in the comments. So what I want to do is go ahead and roll into this from start to finish so you guys can see exactly what it's about and what it did for my face. I'll see you at the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am at the Aesthetic Center today, and I'm getting ready to do dermal infusion, which I am so excited about. If you guys have been following my microneedling journey for any time, y'all know I'm getting ready to complete the 6th session, which is actually tomorrow. So Linda had this brilliant idea for me to actually get all of my pores nice and cleaned out before we went through with that actual session tomorrow. So that is what I am here doing today, and this is Mrs. Patty, and she is going to be doing the dermal infusion for me, so I wanted to introduce her to you guys. And I wanted to ask her a couple of questions of what I can expect, because if you guys are like me, I don't really know what the term dermal infusion means other than my skin is going to be cleaned out. So Miss Patty, would you give us a little bit of an explanation of what dermal infusion is and what I can expect today?
Sure. Dermal infusion is the latest in skincare technology that incorporates the best of some of the modalities that we offer to our clients for skin rejuvenation. Okay. It will incorporate a combination of exfoliation, extraction, and simultaneous infusion of skin-specific serums that I will determine what Lauren needs today, and then customize her treatment for her skin.
Oh, wow, that's really awesome. So as far as like what I can expect today, I know one of the questions I asked you, and it's a question I ask anytime I'm getting anything done, how much pain am I going to feel today?
That's an excellent question. And the good news is, one of the things that makes a dermal infusion treatment so popular is the fact that despite the fact that it's extremely effective for deep pore cleansing, skin resurfacing, and fusion in serum, is the fact that you will also have no downtime. As a matter of fact, we recommend this as a red carpet event treatment, because the skin will glow and look fantastic at the end of your treatment today.
So I should go on a date tonight with my husband, is what you're telling me.
Well, that would not be a bad idea.
That's awesome. Skin that glows, honestly, that's exciting. So my skin has gone from awful to amazing through microneedling, so it's exciting to be able to do this other layer before we finish off the sessions tomorrow. So I'm excited to do this today with you.
Yeah, we're looking forward to getting your glow on together.
Yeah, I love it, getting my glow on. All right, you guys, well, that's what we're gonna do. So you guys will see the footage now from me actually getting the dermal infusion done, and I'll see you guys when I'm on the table. So step one starts out with steaming and cleansing. And if you know anything about steaming, this is such a great way to soften the pores and the surface skin, which is actually going to help to loosen up any like compactions that you have, which we were definitely talking about here. And I have compactions on my nose and on my chin. That was really two places she was going to focus a lot of time and attention. So step 1A, I guess you could say, is the cleanse part, and she does 2 different cleanses. And the first one is going to remove any surface dirt, oil, sweating, any makeup. I didn't have any of that on, but she does go ahead and do that. So it's kind of like a pre-cleanse to the second cleanse. And then the second cleanse that she's gonna do is actually going to be more of a deep pore cleanse, and she's going to use a facial brush, which as you guys can see when she brings it into the frame here, looks a lot like a Clarisonic. I wasn't sure if it was in fact a Clarisonic, but that is what you will notice here when she comes back into frame. So what she did was spent a lot of time on my particular areas of the nose and the T-zone. And the goal here with this deep pore cleanse is to drive cleanser into those pores. And for me especially, the focus here was retexture, resurface, and then clear pore blockage. And so the great thing about this is that it is customizable. So if you don't have these issues with your skin, it doesn't mean that, oh my goodness, you can't do a dermal infusion. It doesn't mean that at all. What it means is that you can go in and talk about the very specific needs that you have and want to address, and they can customize the facial piece to your skin. It's super amazing, and this whole treatment is like that. I really love the focus too on the chest and the neck. That was something I was a little surprised by, and it was really cool to have that attention there. Okay, so the second part of this is going to be the prep mask, and this mask is actually full of fruit, enzymes, antioxidants, and a hydrator. And again, this was specific to my needs. It had a lot of alpha hydroxy and beta hydroxy, and to tell you guys a little bit about those, I always get them confused, so I had her define these for me. Alpha hydroxy is something that's going to soften dead skin, and then beta hydroxy is one of those oil-loving antioxidants, and this draws into the pores to soften and loosen impactions. So these are 2 great ways for you to actually start to remove those impurities in your skin. It takes about 5 minutes to work in. So after she paints this on, I really like the brush too. It was nice and cooling, by the way. It was a really, really nice sensation on my face. But she's going to leave this on my skin for about 5 minutes, and obviously we won't be sitting here that long. I did speed this up for you guys, but you will see that this is a great way to prep the skin before we actually get into the dermal infusion. Okay, and here is such a cool thing, y'all. Like, I did not expect to have any massaging going on. It's one of my favorite things in the world. If you've gotten a massage, you get it. So as I was sitting there letting that mask soak into my skin, this is what I got to enjoy. So I wanted you guys to see that. And everything they use for massaging too is all organic. They're very mindful of the skin in all processes. She has such a method to removing things off my face. I thought that was really cool too. I tend to be a little bit more rough. They are not. I love that. There's always a method to everything.
Now I'm just going to take a quick look at your skin before we begin the dermal infusion step. And we'll be starting on the neck, and the skin looks great. So I'm going to have you just lift a little bit, and we're going to begin with vertical strokes from the middle of your chin down to the base of your neck. You're going to feel a suctioning and a pulling along with a scratchy sensation. And as I had mentioned to you before, for those people that have never experienced this treatment, it feels very much like a cat licking your skin.
Okay.
That's better. How does that feel?
Interesting.
Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Well, if at any point, if it's feeling a little too intense for you, I want you to feel free to let me know.
Okay.
In the meantime, I will watch your skin very closely to make sure that we're applying an appropriate amount of suction to the skin, because what's happening here is your skin is being pulled into the chamber and glided over our diamond disc, which is doing the exfoliation step.
she starts my face, one of the cool things that she was able to do was actually turn up the suction on the machine, because your skin is obviously a lot thicker on your face than it is on your neck, and so that is what she did there. And we are using a pore clarifying treatment for my dermal infusion today. Obviously the big focus here was the fact that I had a lot of buildup, so she wanted to do as much as possible to remove as many impurities and blackheads and all that good stuff out of my skin. One of the questions I asked her too while laying there, actually at this point, was could you see the junk coming out of my skin? And she said no, but there will be a jar for you to see at the end of this video to see the things that actually did come out from this dermal infusion. So stay tuned for the end of the treatment so you can see that. It's pretty cool.
And also, you may not have noticed, but my final pass is what we call a lymphatic drainage pass.
Okay.
So all of our passes on the face, you'll notice, go from mid-face out to the side.
I did notice
and
that.
that's for a reason, because we want to follow along with the lymphatic channels to help push lymph out into the peripheral channels on the edge of the face, and then bring our equipment and push that lymph down.
Oh, wow.
So we get that additional benefit during this treatment of assisting for some basic good lymphatic drainage.
So to let you know, in case you're wondering, it does not feel like a cat's tongue. I think it just feels, I don't know, it doesn't feel scratchy or anything like that. It's just a different kind of feeling as far as the suction goes. And more than anything, I noticed that my skin just was feeling really cool and really refreshed the further we went into the treatment. One of the other things that's really cool about this customizing process is that, again, whether your skin is dry or sensitive or you have other issues going on, not only can she customize it based upon your needs with the solutions, but she can do that through the suction that's used, or the tip, the diamond tip that she was talking about is also another way to customize this to somebody's particular skin type and their situations that they have going on when they come in that day. So now she's moving on to the eyelids and my lips. And one of the cool things about this is that she actually switches the tips. So you go from a more gritty tip to a smooth tip, because obviously the skin on your lips and eyes is definitely more sensitive. And those cotton balls or cotton pieces, not really cotton balls, but those are actually there for extra protection for dripping around the eyes. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but there is a little bit of dripping action going on throughout this. And she just wanted to ensure that that was not going to get into my eyes. Not that the solution would hurt me, but just that would be uncomfortable to have things dripping around your eyelids. And the lips, just so you guys know here, if the solution gets into your mouth, it's really no biggie. It's all food grade and it's naturally a lip plumper, which is a super great feature as well. My lips were a little plump after. And now she's beginning the extraction process. If there was any discomfort in this, it would be right here for obvious reasons. Nothing that anyone can't handle, nor is it painful, but this is probably the only spot that you're just like, meh, this isn't the best part of the facial. But this was honestly the coolest part, because you guys will see at the end how great my skin looks after getting all of this stuff out, and the whole entire treatment helped to loosen everything up to make those impactions that were left over come out way easier. And here she's using a toner now to constrict my pores, and this is all LC Cell products. This is what they use here in the Aesthetic Center, which are such a great brand of products, and you guys can find their website below. And then the last and final mask here, she is using actually a combination of a couple different things. And P.S., if you mask at home, you can totally do this technique. So for the nose, chin, and forehead, she used a clay mask to draw sulfur to help calm my skin. And then for the rest of the face, she is actually putting on a hydrating and calming mask. And I sat with that on for about 7 to 10 minutes or so. Now she's coming back to go ahead and clean up my face and get rid of the masking.
And then she will actually push all of that mask around on my face before she finally dries it off very strategically. And then she's gonna throw on a couple of products for me to leave with, and one is gonna be an eye serum that's super lightweight. It's the LC Cell products again, has human growth factor, the peptides, antioxidants, relaxes those muscles to give you a nice Botox effect. A day serum that's gonna go on my skin for all skin types, and it'll give you no oily spots or sensations. And then lastly, a sunscreen. So an SPF of 55 and then one from Skin Medica at 34.
And maybe just a little redder than normal for the next hour or so, but that will very quickly resolve itself. And you are good to go with your makeup, and if you want to have a night out on the town, go for it.
Awesome. No, thank you. I don't think I have any questions. This was very refreshing. So guys, this is definitely awesome. I highly recommend this. I'm excited to actually get close to the camera here in a little bit so you guys can see my skin. Okay guys, so she's illuminating the bottom so you guys can see all the stuff that came out from my skin. So let's turn it. Bam, there we go.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Wow. Hey guys, so there you have it. There's all of my skin remnants. So glad all of that is out of my skin. And then these are the products that she used as well, just so you guys can see them. So I'm under the ring light. I'm still obviously a little bit red, but I have to zoom in, you guys, and show you. I don't have a before picture to throw in here, which I'm so irritated at myself for not grabbing that for you guys, but my nose has blackheads like crazy and it is clear. So I hope you guys can see that. All right guys, so I'm in my car and before I even drove off, I just wanted to get into like natural sunlight. You guys, I'm looking at my skin here in the rear view, the mirror that flips down from the top of my car, and I'm gonna bring you guys in again. I cannot believe my nose. I have seriously had blackheads for so long on my nose that were just like, I mean, they were just like everywhere all over my nose, and they are not there. I mean, it is insane how clear my skin is. I'm just like so excited about this. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Again, I'm so sorry that I did not grab a before picture. I'm such a ding dong, but I think you guys know that if you've been watching my channel for any length of time. But I'm gonna try to find something that at least we can zoom in or something. I'll find a selfie and see if I can't show that for you guys.
Well, hey y'all, it is morning time, the day after I had my dermal infusion, and so what I wanted to do was show you guys what my face looks like this morning. I've literally just washed it, put some vitamin C serum on, and then put a little bit of a glowy moisturizer on my face. It looks like it's showing up a little red on the viewfinder for me, but my skin is actually not red right now, so I tend to always show a little bit of redness anytime I put something on my face, and it kind of dissipates. But really what I'm most interested in showing you guys is actually my nose, and so I'm gonna get you in kind of close here, and let's see, hopefully the lighting is going to change a little bit. We're going to try to zoom in there on my nose, and I just want to show you guys, like, my pores are ridiculously clean. As I mentioned, I have had a lot of blackheads. This is just a place where my body just secretes a ton of, you know, oil and dirt and all that good stuff, and I have larger pores. There's no secret there. So when you have larger pores, they tend to fill up. So yesterday doing this, I mean, again, I just cannot even believe, like, on the sides of my nose was really bad, and so my skin is just super duper clean, and I just wanted to show you guys that so that you could see the day after. So I hope this helps, and I hope if you guys are looking at doing dermal infusion, that kind of seeing the process and what I did and how my skin is looking helps give you some clarity on whether or not it's something that would be good for you.
All right, so welcome back. I hope that footage was super helpful for you to understand exactly what goes into the treatment from start to finish and seeing some great results. And I would love to connect with you down in the comments below. So my question for you is, what intrigued you most about this process, or what surprised you the most about this process? For me, it was exactly that. It was so customizable. So whatever skin concerns I came in that day with having, Patty could simply customize exactly what kind of masks, what kind of serum she was gonna use. Everything was customizable to me. And I think that is so cool because no matter where you are in your skin journey, this is something that could work really great for you. And I do wanna point out, she mentioned to me as well that this is great for people with melasma. So if you're one of those people that has that, maybe you should consider a dermal infusion for your skin. And I'm throwing that out there because I've gotten a lot of direct messages about, hey, what do you recommend for, you know, people that have melasma? And this is something that I learned from her that is a really great way to treat that. So if you have that, check into that for yourself and see if it's a great fit. Well, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. And I wanna invite you to join my private Facebook community, which is such a great place for girls like you and I to connect. What we do in this group is we share memes, we share tips and tricks, we share products we love, products we hate, and once a month I actually go live for my show called Contour and Converse, where I create a makeup look and connect with all of y'all in real time. If this sounds like something you want to be a part of, then go ahead and click the link down in the description box and join us so you don't miss out on the next time we all connect online. And also too, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that now so that you don't miss out on any future videos, and connect with me on social media as well. Until next time, I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you next Friday for All About Microneedling. See you then. Have a great weekend.